Or why are you posting kaiju Pokemon in our chat?
Because he can.
Because today we're talking about monsters.
Monster Rancher?
The other monsters.
Digimon?
Play the game like an ace. Now we're in this place.
Other monsters.
Shaman King?
I never liked Shaman King. And a lot of people hate me for that.
But no, today we'll be talking about a news reporter who ended up in a war with assholes.
Because after all, the deadliest monster of all is man!
Yeah,
Also, I caught up on One Piece this week, and like the greatest fucking thing happened. They officially added Jinbei to the fucking Straw Hat Crew, so now they have 10 members, and I'm so happy. This has been like in the waiting for like 300 episodes.
And you know what's been waiting for at least a good minute? Cueing the roll call!
Oh my god, John! Damn it.
We are live! Zenkaiger!
Connect.
Loading.
Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster. Late.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Goldcaster Garza.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 349!
I had a feeling you were recording. Episode Phoebus! Yeah, the other Magikarp.
What am I having, the chicken or the Phoebus?
chicken or fish? Chicken. No, I'm asking you, is it chicken or is it fish?
Now, yes, you heard right in the roll call, folks. I'm here. I said I wasn't going to be, but my plans changed.
Your planes changed.
My plans changed.
I told that bitch to wait at the airport.
So I was supposed to go away up north to my mom's college for the weekend for like a birthday weekend, but my sister told me, "Oh, we're not leaving till Saturday," and I was like, "Oh." So then I messaged the Castrangers and was like, "Hey guys, I can be on this week."
Hooray!
He was on the plane, but then Harrison Ford came on, grabbed him by the cuff of his neck, opened up the door, and just shouted at him, "Get off my plane!"
I'm still, you know what? That's a movie I still want to watch in full. Air Force One.
Well,
And then,
Speaking of movies, though,
and then as he chucks you off,
Hmm.
everyone else is sort of just standing there in confusion. He just tells everyone, "No ticket."
I did watch Black Widow today. It was okay in my opinion, but
No. You need to address the other big thing you did this week, because what the fuck, man?
oh, you mean that? The
No.
giant
No, the fact that
the Mighty Pop!
the fact that you watched 6 Fast and the Furious movies within the span of 24 hours.
Fucking
Yes,
masochist.
I did do that. Because
Why?
It made me furious fast.
We're gonna address this right the fuck now. So like, since like F9 is out now, that's what the 9 Fast and Furious movie is called. It's called F9.
They're ashamed that they made 10 of these.
Press F9 to boot into BIOS.
So because of this movie coming out, there's been this like Dom family meme, and it's just been.
I hate them.
Overplayed.
I hate them.
I've softened up on it a bit more because there have been some pretty good funny ones.
Oh, I hate them.
But I will say this meme has overstayed its welcome, so it's a bit
like family.
So I God damn it. So I just decided I'm gonna watch all the Fast and Furious movies. So I've watched the first
Fast
6.
and Furious?
So I watched the first 6 of them, and I'm gonna watch 7, 8, and 9 when I come back from my trip. So
The only one I've watched is Tokyo Drift, and that's the only one that matters.
Agreed. No, okay, you know what? I'll at least say this. My favorite Dom meme is the Home Alone one.
What's your favorite sub meme?
What?
Never mind. Alright, if you happen to be listening to us for the first time, holy hell.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger.
Nerds who get together every week to talk
I
about
was gonna
Riders,
say,
Sentai, and a third thing.
As much as I hate the memes, I was gonna go for, yeah, we're a family of nerds.
We're a family.
My favorite one's the Halo one. Oh, I'm sorry, son. You have to find family as you go.
So this week we're talking about Kamen Rider Saber, episode 42, Zenkaiger, episode 18, and our feature topic, I thought it was going to be Ryuki, episode 1 and 2, but it is in fact the opposite end of the series, the 13 Rider special.
Oh yeah, because when I did... So this was very last minute. We were going to talk about episodes 1 and 2. But then, before you guys recorded last week, I instantly changed it so that it just said Kamen Rider Ryuki.
Yeah, that wasn't helpful. You should have written 13 Riders and I would have known.
No, I wanted it to be a surprise. Because much like with Ryuki, you don't know what you're going to get.
You
And
do know
also
what we're
it's
gonna
shit.
get, though.
Well, you don't. When you pull in the deck and you shove it into the belt, when you pull a card out, you don't know what you're going to get. You can't open that thing up and readjust the cards.
Says you. Just because no one ever tried doesn't mean it couldn't be done. Everyone in that show is stupid. They should have just drawn their entire card and then just, like, had a hand and, like, alright, I played this one in attack mode.
We'll get there. We will get there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into Saber.
Gosh.
Woo!
You know, I have to say, for being Wonderworld's supposed guardian, I say with the biggest air quotes of all time,
I hear how
man is he shit at his job.
Yeah, Tassel's dead.
He's fucking dead.
And that is why my face of the week is actually a behind the scenes photo because this fucking killed me. It's the behind the scenes photo of just Storius stabbing Tassel, and they're just looking at the camera like, hey!
I saw that, and the first thing my brain did is go, do it about now!
So yeah, apparently Storius, like, I never realized this, but yeah, Storius technically, like, was responsible for the deaths of all the other, like, 4 dudes.
Yeah, because he powered up Legiel, he egged Zuos on, and he helped the Master complete his ritual, blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure I called at some point early in the show that Storius was gonna be like I'm all about stories and I want to see a conclusion happen or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is really fucking painful to listen to him try and keep up that scratchy voice.
Maybe that's his real voice. We don't know.
I have to admit something. During my time of editing a Ultra News today, I didn't have the time to catch up on Saber.
Well,
I did, however, make sure to catch up on Zenkaiger.
but
Boy.
you missed Daishinji nearly dying from Sophia's salty balls.
That was so funny seeing her fucking just like crouch down and be like, oh, it sucked. Ah.
Sophia apparently decided to try cooking rice balls, and she made them too salty, and Daishinji almost died. But then he just pretended that it was fine.
Yeah.
And the other guys in the fucking base, they just huddled around where she couldn't see them, and they were just like, bro fist, power through it.
Shake harder, boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, freaking Toma like runs in, and then everyone's like, Luna! And it's like, oh,
This is awkward.
shit. Damn it.
So, interesting point. Even though Disaster fucking yoked Kyomu into Charybdis last week, he apparently recovered it somehow because he still has it when he's fighting Kenzan. I guess the sword is like Mjolnir, just returns to sender, even though we didn't see it.
I'm so glad they...
Yeah.
Also, I just can't believe that in the last few episodes of this show, now they're deciding, oh, let's conclude the shit with Ren and what's going on with him. It's like, guys, you've had 20 episodes to deal with this shit.
And this episode doesn't even. The only significant thing that happened with Ren and Disaster this episode is we find out that Disaster was created for no fucking reason. He's been pointless this entire goddamn show.
Yeah.
I'm
really
so
has.
mad.
Wait. He was made for no purpose?
Storia says that he just made him on a whim because he was entertaining.
Alright, time to find out who wrote this.
Not the head writer, that's for sure.
Yeah. What episode is this? 42?
42.
42.
Oh man.
The beginning of the beautiful end. Okay, that's a sort of nice title.
Because Storia is all the ending of humanity and
Holy shit, it was actually written by the head writer.
That's why.
Wait, what was chapter 41? No, that was Keiichi Hasegawa.
Okay.
So, literally 10 episodes! And the head writer's now like, okay, now I'm gonna come back.
Oh, we're almost done? Yeah, I want my chair back.
Yeah, I want my shit pretty much. Wow.
Never let this man head writer ever again.
We gave him the benefit of the doubt after Ghost, and he fucked us again.
You know what? You know how many episodes he's written now so far of Saber? 14.
Christ.
But like, I saw Tassel die, and I'm just sitting there going like, oh no.
Like, doesn't he have a bunch of magic power being the supposed guardian of Wonderworld? I guess
but Yuri specifically stated if he's in the real world, he won't survive.
But he wasn't! They broke through the border into Wonderworld, and Storius fought him on his turf! He went into his house, and then they were in the forest! We saw bubbles coming out of the lake!
Look at
Oh.
bubbles!
Even if Tassel didn't want to fight back, he could have used some defensive spells of some sort. Put up a fucking shield! Do something!
Yeah, that's my line.
It did look like, though, when Storius was, like, stabbed Tassel, he did kind of look, like, shocked about it.
No, I think that was just him having his despair boner about, oh, the ending of your life. I've seen it plenty in Danganronpa.
Oh.
Yeah, so Tassel
May
gets
found
stabbed.
Luna.
May hung out with Luna at the playground, and as per the end of the episode, we see that May is still fucking shit-ass awful at babysitting children.
Yep.
Remember Sora? Who?
I saw Sora in last week's episode.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't... Oh, I guess he was done watching Netflix.
Yeah.
Wonderworld Netflix.
Yeah.
You still can't get anything. You need an Express VPN for that.
So this episode had a really weird moment that I don't know if it was intentional or if it was just bad editing. So right before the commercial break, Toma's standing in front of the, like, erosion of Wonderworld's invasion, and like, they've stopped it. And right before the commercial break, Disaster swings at Toma, and he, like, dodges. And then after the commercial, he's just not there, and instead Storius comes out of Wonderworld to talk to Toma, and then Disaster swings at him, and it's like the exact same shot.
Yeah,
That sounds
I
like
think they
bad
might have
editing.
fucked up on, like, the edit of cutting to...
Like,
the
that,
scene.
like, chances are they probably filmed it from 2 different angles.
It was the exact same shot.
Then, yeah, that was bad editing then.
I don't know what the fuck that was
I'm
about.
going to have to see. Then again, this is the show that decided, hey, we're going to need to have a green screen for a lot of the things, so let's have everyone have long hair so that you can clearly see the green screen in between their hair.
Yeah.
I saw Yuri when he's like, well, if Tassel's gonna go, it might be my time to soon too. And I was like, what are you talking about, Yuri?
Yeah,
what are you
is
talking about?
You're gonna die soon too, probably?
Oh,
I'm
for
like,
the
no!
umpteenth time?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, Yuri, either you die or you don't.
Either shit or get off the pot.
Pretty much. Because, like, you sort of already wasted your, like, you already...
There have been a lot of fake out deaths.
Yeah, you've already cheated out your fake out deaths. It's just, It's sort of the boy who cries wolf. By the time you actually are dead,
I'm not believing anything until I see the sword snapped in half. Yeah.
That's it. When Psycho dies, I'm gonna be sad.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
it's gonna be a thing. Like, just oh damn!
That shot when Tassel died, he like dissolves into bubbles. Am I the only one who kind of wanted the bubbles to pop at the end of that?
Yeah.
They didn't. They just drift off into the atmosphere.
Which means
I'm just sad. I'm just sad. Tassel's last words weren't "bonlecture."
Yeah, that would have been amazing to go out on.
No. Just in the afterlife, he's just gonna be chilling with Zuos and Legiel, and just be like, "Boom, lecture. So let's see what's happening in the realm of the living, shall we?" Oh, it looks like Toma got another power up.
Yep.
And Storius is.
We already know there is one more cross saber form he hasn't used yet.
Are you fucking kidding?
He's gonna use Brave Dragon and King of Arthur, and it's called Hybrid Saber.
And then we basically find out, oh, Disaster also has feelings.
I mean, we kind of knew that.
It's like he's attacking Ren. He's like, fight me! And like Ren's like, this is pointless, man. Like you're not gonna get what you want fighting me. And he's like, no!
I love the absolutely not subtle and fucking allegory with the ramen. Like, you will eat the red ginger, young man! No, I don't want to, it's pointless! And of course the master's like, oh, just like me.
You mean the thing that Naruto has on his shoulders? The
Sure.
thing?
I don't know.
Wait, is it white with a red spiral?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't?
I don't know, Root! Storius pulls out Khaled Bulg and Omniforce, and then goes home to his Sophia copy that everyone forgot about.
Yep.
Red flags.
Nothing big's gonna happen with her.
It's like they're pulling a fucking Azu again.
Oh, God.
Did anyone else notice that there were bubbles in the ending?
Yes.
Like, not just the usual ones, but like the shot where the main characters are going around the facility. That's different every week. This time there was bubbles because Tassel.
Which means Tassel returned in Superhero Senki.
Fucking wouldn't surprise me.
Just Tassel shows up, starts kicking ass.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Tassel.
Kamen Rider Tassel
Starts kicking ass. He starts kicking Assel.
Kicking Tassel.
And his Seiken is the umbrella. Henshin.
So next week's episode looks to be where we finally sort out this Kenzan disaster bromance.
Which should have been resolved episodes ago, honestly.
Yes. And possibly Kamen Rider Stories debut? Maybe the week after.
Yeah.
I have a feeling might possibly just. I think Kamen Rider just needs to start having smaller shows. That way it can be like more condensed story instead of dragging it out.
Like Ultraman.
Well, not much like Ultraman, but basically like, go for 40. You can make a solid show in 40 episodes.
It does seem like a lot of shows sort of lose steam after that point.
Yeah. It's like, it just...
Even Build, I would say, sort of, once they had their main story told, they're kind of just like, what do we do now?
Yeah, once they had the tower, you were just like...
Let's stick around for a bit.
Yeah.
White panels. Yeah, white panels.
Anyways, let's get into the more exciting episode. Change to Zenkai.
I genuinely don't know how I feel about this episode.
They did it again. They did another solid, fantastic episode.
Like, on one hand, yes, it was funny, but on the other hand, I feel like it was almost like, come on, guys. We're really gonna go there?
We have to talk about the Jetman thing.
Oh my god. So
I have not laughed so hard at something in a toku in a long time.
So at one point, Sechan just goes, I don't fucking know why, but use the Jetman gear, guys! Okay! And then they reenact an actual scene from Jetman, shot for shot,
Not
About the
finale.
wedding.
Not just anything.
It's the finale.
The finale.
Is it the finale? Wow.
Yeah. Which, I'm like, okay, that sort of spoils the ending of Jetman. And I thought, but the show is 30 years old.
I was gonna say, I think we've lost the ability to.
I think Zenkaiger sort of, like, no, guys, guy died.
Yeah.
There's
Like-
no longer this big mystery of whether or not he died or not.
Yeah, like it's great too because like apparently the Black Condor like spirit of the gear went into the monster instead.
Love
So it just cuts to First off, we got to see fucking Zenkaiger in this sweet ass suit, and it looked fucking awesome.
Damn it, the fucking suits killed me.
He still has the
So
boots.
good.
He still has the Zenkaiger boots.
Yeah, no, he still has the gloves on and the boots, and then he has the helmet with the suit. And I think that I want a vinyl figure of this. It's so good.
Can I just say something? I honestly think the rest of the episode was better than the whole Jet. Like, everyone blew up the whole Jetman thing. I watched the episode. No, the actual episode was a lot more funny.
I have to
Yes.
agree, but that's just because I don't have the same attachment to Jetman others might.
Well, like,
Yeah.
I was the funny, like, a mini pick instead of a knife.
yeah,
No, and then it just
it's
cuts to a
switch-
bigger one.
switch
Yeah.
thing.
No, it's big!
Now it's bigger.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
alright,
love-
we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get to the beginning. The first
Okay.
fucking moment of the show, Zeron almost name drops Lupin Ranger. Let's not gloss over that.
Did he?
Yeah! When they were playing the fucking letter association game. If you pay attention, Zeron's like, Lupin Ranger? And then they cut him off.
Oh, they could have done it with the Sentai Gears. It's like, okay, name this one. Oh, Gingerman. Yeah.
So we get introduced to Kaito's old classmate, Karen.
Fucking Karen. It's just, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Just, what's her name? Karen. I'm like,
She wants to see this show's manager.
I'm sorry, but just it's nothing about the Karen memes, or it's nothing about the whole Karen thing. But it's just, let's give the most blandest name in the world. Just, this is my friend, Karen.
Yeah.
Karen. Her
Just
name's
not-
Karen.
Like, no Japanese name, no cutesy name. Just, this is Karen.
Karen.
Also, can we acknowledge that when Karen goes to the library, apparently there's just like a fucking like pop up of freaking Vroom
Yes.
just being like, "I've read these."
there?
No, I thought that was funnier than the Jetman thing. I'm like, Brune built a pop-up thing for the library to recommend books he's already read.
And they let him.
Well, the Zenkaigers are the saviors of the town, so it's like, why not give them some recognition?
It is interesting to know that this episode does address the fact that no secret identity. They
Yeah,
are-
no, everyone knows who they are.
Yeah. Just, even Karen over there knows. Even Karen over there knows that Kaito is a Zenkaiser. Or a Zenkaiger.
Yeah.
I feel like every time you have to say her name, you have to use air quotes. It's like, so
Karen.
Karen.
Karen over here.
So Karen, she's a college student. She went to middle school and high school with Kaito, in which Jiren asks Kaito if he inserted the Sentai gear, or he changed the
Whoa.
Zenkai with her. He made her.
She verb, the adjective noun!
She made his monster grow.
Alright.
All right, that's enough out of you.
And but Kaito's like, no, that never happened. But Bruce is all like, what are you guys talking about? Which means confirms one thing: Brune never fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, this episode is Vroom learning what is love.
Baby, don't hurt me, Megaforce.
No.
Megaforce did the exact same thing
Oh god.
with Robo Knight,
Oh god.
where it's like, what is love? Why don't you go ask Jake? He knows all about it. Jake's playing soccer. Robo Knight's just out on the field, turns around. There is nothing I can learn from him. And what does he do? He goes to the library.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Vroom and Robo Knight go to the library together. There's my fanfic. Gotta
Okay.
go read that. Bye.
I gotta say, the design on Renai World was actually pretty fucking clever.
the bow and arrow.
It was a Cupid's bow, and then the teeth was in the middle of the bow and arrow's bottom half. And then at one point, he actually like pulls his face back to shoot an arrow. That was amazing.
But yeah, so like he goes through 2 stages during his plan. So he makes like everyone whoever crosses eyes with each other like to fall in love, and then later makes them jealous.
I love that, like, when they see him the first time, they're like, oh, fuck, let's get him before he does anything! Let's fucking speedrun him!
Quick, get him! Pretty much, let's bully him!
And I love that this random robot lady interrupts Zox's henshin.
I want you to sing my music for me. Okay. Or, I don't know why I gave her a trans voice. Oui. I don't know why I made it French either. It just works. But
so fucking
it sucks, not Noel.
This show,
Zeron falls in love with Galon and vice versa. Flynn and Majine have a thing going to the point where Sechan's like, whoa, let's be careful, this is a kid's show.
And then, which I think was the funniest joke ever, was like frickin' the grandma comes out with a fucking sundae and Kaido like looks over, and so everyone immediately, your first thought is like, oh no, he's infatuated with his fucking grandma.
I was so afraid of that! I was so worried they were gonna go there! Thank God they didn't!
And then he just grabs the sundae and just starts admiring it and kissing it and stuff, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Oh no, it's melting!
But
I
just love, though, you know what, this episode already gets a 10 out of 10 for me, because this is where suit actors shine.
Oh yeah.
Like freaking, there's a gif in the Discord chat right now, where it shows Gowon, in which I hear him, he's like, oh, I'm a kitty. And he acts like an actual kid. But I just love it. Just how does that scene open up? Just Juran and freaking Gowon standing on the chairs with a bouncy ball.
Yeah, Decker, that gif of Yachan was my face for most of this episode.
Fucking just Stacy creeping in the background there.
No, the best part ever is the second they leave, boom, he just flips over the fence. Hi, I'm here!
No, biggest thing I asked the question, how long were you sitting there?
Hours! He was camping that shit. You know it.
But
you fucking know he was camping that for hours.
I almost fucking lost it when watching it. Because it's so fucking blunt about it. They run. No nonchalantly him jumping over. No, literally. Sup.
And then like the
jealous... Then I was worried that he was gonna fall for her.
I think that's why he waited.
The jealousy thing happens, and I just fucking loved when Zox just got that hard slap across the face.
Oh yeah, he gets robo-bitch slapped.
Oh, you know what that reminded me of, Wayne? Reminded me of when Gregory there slapped Rosso across the face.
Oh god, that was fucking awesome.
But when they returned to human form, Katsumi still has the giant slap on his face.
I was hoping that when they henshined, we'd see his face with the slap mark on it. This show has been really good at having like customized henshin sequences, so I was kind of expecting that. The fact they didn't was kind of a letdown.
Oh, you mean how last episode was Yuran being invisible?
Yeah.
It was just nothing.
Is this legal?
Oh, so that's what it was. That's
fucking the stone face Zox has when he's falling.
Yes, Decker has a gift of it.
Yeah, there's Stacy.
I'm here.
Yeah, play. Yeah, I just love it too. It's just like that's a tuck and roll, man.
Yep.
You know how hard that is to pull off.
Dodge roll.
It's great because like I read up some stuff about Stacy and like apparently like the character was never planned. Like it wasn't in the original script and like
I'm sure Stacy wasn't planned either.
Yeah, no, they loved this actor's audition so much for Kaido that they're like, no, we got to give this guy his own character. So they wrote him his own character to be in the fucking show.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so great. That's great.
But I remember seeing some behind the scenes video of like I think it was when they did the tag episode. Kaito's actor literally just, all right, let's do this. All right, and he literally jumps over that fence. I'm sorry, I think that fence has now become the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Because I just want to see everyone jump it. But yeah, the main plot of the episode features
Is
Rune
teaching a robot to love.
falling in love with Karen.
Yeah.
But Karen even brings in the cutout from the library,
Yeah.
and that's how she.
I was like, did they let you take that?
It's the library. They'll let you take anything.
She's just borrowing it.
She's borrowing it. For all that we know, Rune can make another one.
Yeah.
Oh, like him with the little bow tie was so
fucking
cute.
bow tie. And yeah, he drives. I'm surprised he didn't just transform and let her ride on top of him.
Not on the first date.
But yeah, like he's just at the beach with her and he's having a good time, and then he starts asking her like, wait, like what if she did date Kaido, and then she's like, you don't trust me, and he's like, oh,
Do you love Kaito?
Typical romance plot bullcrap where people get jealous for stupid reasons, and I'm like, all right, I see what we're doing.
And just, hey, what are those two doing over there? You just go over to the other side of the beach. It's Ankh and Eiji. Thank you, Ankh, for changing my life. Should we just focus on that? Yeah, let's just... just, hey, what's happening over there? Just more tokusatsu stuff on the beach.
Yeah, they're all beach scenes.
Just, where are we?
Plot beach.
Plot beach. I knew it.
I think my favorite thing in this whole episode was the fucking roll call.
oh,
I've been noticing this a lot in Zenkaiger. The freaking roll calls are never, like, consistent.
They're never the same. They're always different.
Yeah, they're always different, which I'm happy
They're unique.
about that.
The heartbroken. I will never love again. Zenkaiger.
Love is over.
Love is over. Holy shit!
yeah, isn't that the thing from Catherine?
Yes. That's the game over sound.
Apparently, the Re-Soldier Twitter account warned Vroom not to use the Re-Soldier gear against Renai World because of Kanalo. Yeah, no, that's smart. That's smart. That's a good warning.
I saw it.
That's amazing!
Here's a rose. Careful, blow up. Oh, it did nothing.
Except he pricked himself on it.
Ow. All right,
But yeah,
Oh, damn it, he used this.
but I love
He pulled a tuxedo mask.
I loved in the Jetman scene, just like Vroom was the guy who stabs Contour.
Yep. Mini pick. Now it's
But, like,
bigger.
Because like someone did like a side by side shot of both scenes, and like they got the student actors got the fucking movements down too. It was incredible.
They studied the fuck out of that whole scene.
And then he ends up like on a bench, and he's like, wait, how the fuck did I get here? Why does it feel like I got stabbed?
Where'd this bench come from?
And then Zox and Kaido like finish him off with a technique, and then he literally like puts like a rose like up to his mouth like it's a cigarette, and then he just topples over on the bench and then just explodes. I'm like, oh.
I love that like the cinematic Hisatsu starts and Kaito's like looking around at it like, ooh,
You're not
budget.
When we
Kaito,
get
you're not
here?
supposed to acknowledge that thing's existence.
I love that.
Also,
Oh,
didn't
man.
realize the Jetman tribute was in 4x3.
Oh yeah, they should shorten the aspect ratio. That's attention to
And
detail.
Black Condor's actor actually tweeted about this.
Oh yeah?
And I can't remember the tweet by detail, but it was basically how like stuff hasn't changed in the last 30 years.
Yeah, like it's amazing that still in like 2021 you could like honestly get stabbed for like trying to
it's
stop
a
a guy from
monster.
stealing a woman's purse.
Yeah. I think that's just like the most devastating part about Jetman. The finale, they beat the big bad. Their mech lost an arm. The day is saved. 3 years later, they've all moved on with their lives. Guy dies from a mugger.
Yeah.
He could have gotten killed by like a giant monster, anyone from the Vyram,
Oh yeah, and Zenkaiger was the lady who got her purse stolen.
just some Joe Schmo with a knife.
Yeah. I mean, it's good
God,
enough for
just
Batman.
explosion on the bench.
Like the bench didn't need to explode.
And then we have the fucking Megazord fight where he immediately charms everyone, and then they just become jealous of each other.
So, when are we gonna get Premium Bandai Zenkaiger, Rune Majin, and Jiren Gallo Hard Eyes?
I love just like, who do you love most? Oh, my failed harem! I'm like, oh, I guess the Megazords aren't polyamorous, which is weird considering they're all combinations.
Good
Oh
point.
man.
Yeah, right? You'd think since they swap partners so often, they'd be more open-minded.
And then the episode ends with like Stacy like being happy with the Sunday, and then he sees a picture of Kaido with his parents, and he's like, "Huh?" So it seems like he's seen them before.
Mm-hmm.
This is where my theory comes in now.
Uh-huh.
What if Stacy's not like because we know he's a part of the Tochi Tendo.
Uh-huh.
What if he's a robot version of Kaito?
Maybe.
Like, what if his
Ooh.
parents built him because they missed their son? They're like, what would he look like now? Maybe like this.
I don't know. I wouldn't say Stacy looks a lot like Kaito.
But think of it, they only remembered Kaito as a kid. So, like, they sort of just, on a whim, like, what would he look like as a teenager?
I don't know. Here's a thought. I'm probably wrong, but remember how in Go Buster, Enter was a composite made from all of their dead parents?
Yeah.
What if Stacy was made from Kaito's parents?
So that would be something.
Oh my god, like a robot friend for Kaito to have?
No, like they killed his parents and turned their remains into Stacy by combining their remains with robot tech.
Oh no.
So like
That'd be
the
awful.
mother instinct that he has is because his dad's remembering. Like, oh, I like that. I like that theory.
Let's put that in the back of our minds as a possibility, but not likely, I think.
We'll put it in the file drawer.
Put that in the maybe pile.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Stacy's deal is going to be.
I'm excited. Stacy's deal. Yeah, Stacy is best character, or rather, most interesting character, and I'm looking forward to finding out more.
Stacy by mistake.
Oh God.
Oh, but
Monster by Miss Stacy.
Now I'm going to tell you about Setcha and the Bird.
Oh God.
but
The bully was voiced by Ray from Beyblade.
We live in my grandma's store. Mom and Dad are dead.
Mom and Dad don't know.
oh, the electric bill's probably up for no. They find the basement. Just the grandmother. Well, this explains the 30,000 electric bill. This thing just been on nonstop.
Yeah. So it looks like next week's episode is about bug hunting and the debut of Super Zenkaiger.
Yeah, I saw the monster. But he looks freaking dope.
Yay! I'll get into my reasonings as to why I don't like it later.
Okay.
Okay.
Or should I just say it now in case I'm not here next week?
Sure.
Super Zenkaiger is a hit and miss for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence on it.
It's like I
I like it.
I like the mech. I like the idea of the gear. I just don't think it works as a Kaito upgrade.
I will say one thing for it. It makes him more consistent with the other team members.
But it just feels weird that, you're giving the Zyuranger power-up to the non-Zyuranger Ranger motif.
No, I get it. It's like, oh, we have more than one Z Ranger rep now.
That as well, for 45 years, you're literally, like, really? You're just gonna go with another Zyuranger? Like, guys, how about, I don't know, Abranger?
Guys, there's stuff besides Mighty Morphin.
Well, that's
Oh
the
my
theory
goodness.
people are having is that Stacy's gonna get the like some kind of Abrai killer power up.
Or do some
Yeah,
sort of,
because think about it. We have Zenkaiger representing the Green Ranger. We have Two Kaiser representing our Time Flyer. And then it would make sense if Stay Caesar's next form, perhaps his good form, was a reference to Abra Killer, the 3 6th Rangers who died.
Well, you know what it could have been? Could have been Curager power-up. To go with the whole carnival motif.
Yeah, I think that would have been interesting, but if we do get an Abra Killer theme form for Stacy, then this will all make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's sort of like hit and miss. I like the idea, but it just...
I don't like how bulky it makes him look, but I will admit it makes him more consistent with the rest of the team, but I also don't like them because of how bulky they are. My feelings on that have not changed, despite the show being funny.
I think that's the only thing the show's going for now.
Like, it's not Kira Major funny, it's more like a dumb funny.
Yeah, it's like we have to make this funny.
Yeah, that's about all they can do at this point.
It's like, so far the story hasn't really progressed.
Yeah.
We're now almost entering, like, the halfway mark.
There isn't usually a lot of story this early in Sentai, but we are nearing the halfway mark, so it's about time we get on that.
Yeah, it's like, we're now in July, man. Like,
we don't have any new generals or anything yet.
By September, we're gonna find out we're gonna start hearing rumors about what the next Sentai is going to be.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah. And speaking of things that are weird...
Do. I can't see it yet. Nice. So, story time. More like rider time.
Rider time.
You need to stand up for this one. So, you guys talked about Kamen Rider Agito last week.
Uh-huh.
30th anniversary for the franchise. It was also meant to be the end of Kamen Rider.
How many fucking shows are meant to be the end, quote unquote? I'm tired of hearing it.
It was sort of meant to be. We're not going to keep going with this. We did Kuga. It did fine. Agito, okay, it sort of did all right. You know what? We're not going to do anymore. All right, we did 2 riders. Maybe we'll do something for the 35th. Who knows? Then 9/11 happened. In the midst of Agito's running, it sort of led to the point of basically people behind the scenes. They were sort of like, everyone was scared about it. Like you know, I was too young to really get behind the whole fear of it.
I remember being in elementary school the day it happened and hearing about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like that day, whether for good or bad, it changed the world a bit. People were afraid. People were scared. Some people at Toei thought of one thing.
We need heroes of justice!
We need a Kamen Rider to show that things are going to be alright.
So they gave us a show featuring people murdering each other.
Exactly. Just because Ryuki was meant to showcase that everyone has a different way of thinking.
And you'll be murdered for it.
And you will be murdered for it.
Really mixed message there, I think.
But that's why you have Shinji, the heartfelt character.
The idealist.
Yeah, the idealist who thinks, oh, this is stupid.
This is stupid.
This is stupid.
That's my attitude towards the show.
But what else was popular? Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Became a big hit at the time.
Oh, that's why they're cards?
That's why it's a card theme. To the point where Ryuki actually outsold. Like, Gal Ranger did well.
I summoned Drag Rider in attack mode!
Like, Gal Ranger did well for production, or for profits for Sentai, and Agito did alright. Ryuki did, like, gangbusters because it was a card theme, which...
It's also because there was way more fucking merch to sell.
That as well. Hurricaneger didn't do that well. So, that was, the first year where Rider was on top for profits and Sentai was below it.
Thus proving series with lots of riders sell.
Yes, this was also the first of its the first of its thing of it's more than just 4 riders, because Agito did 3 riders, 4 if you count another Agito, 5 if you count G4, or however many if you want to count V1, the alternations of G3, etc., etc. Ryuki had 15 riders, but solely focused on 13 of them. Alternative and Alternative Zero sort of count as 14, 15.
Yeah.
By this point in the show, Scissors was dead, Raya was dead, Guy was dead. The movie just aired. And we recently just got a sneak peek of Ryuki survive, and Ren got his survive one.
Mm-hmm.
So this special sort of gave us a what-if scenario where it takes place in alternate timeline, or as Kenzaki in the beginning of this special...
Kanzaki.
Yeah, sorry, Kanzaki. He acknowledges that when you look into a mirror, it's just a reflection. So this is meant to be a...
None of this matters.
Essentially, that...
It's basically a microcosm of the entire series.
Yeah. Of like, what...
It just proves kind of how shallow of a plot the series has if you can express all the important bits in an hour.
I have some things to say. I'll just say that.
But in terms of the series overall, the series has its ending, the movie has its own ending, and this special has 2 different endings. So there are 4 different endings to the Ryuki story, and in my opinion, none of them are satisfying.
I mean, for me, the movie ending was satisfying because it was like the world went to shit, and then Ryuki and Knight just kind of looked at each other and went, "Well, if we're gonna go down, let's go down fighting." All right.
Also, that musical score, like for the finale, just... Well, found it on YouTube this morning. Beautiful.
There are a couple of good tracks in the show.
Yeah, we might as well get into what the hell Kamen Rider Ryuki is. Kamen Rider Ryuki is...
Battle Royale with riders.
Yes, the main character is Shinji Kido, or Kido Shinji, a journalist for Ore Journal,
Ore Journal,
in which he finds out about the disappearance of some people, as if they have been spirited away. Which Lane and I found out that was not just the title of a movie.
Nope.
Thanks, Gridman.
Thanks, Gridman.
Which, when Shinji goes out investigating, he finds out about the mirror world. A
cheap excuse to film things and flip the footage backwards.
Sort of. Like, mirror world is sort of like... It's there in the title. It's just our world from a reflection of a mirror.
Flip.
You could call it a pocket dimension, I guess. Or pocket reality.
Parallel
Pocket
reality.
dimension.
Like a parallel reality. But in which...
You can only access it by going through reflective surfaces.
Yes. Which this special even showcases just how far they can go with that shit.
Oh yeah, they come out of fucking Shinji's bike helmet, splashing water on the ground. Anything goes.
That was my favorite, was just like putting the ball of water on the ground and then just tensioning through the water.
Sort of reminded me of the villain from Deca Ranger in SPD, the guy that could travel through reflections.
Oh yeah, that made for a good SPD episode.
Yeah, it's like, how did he escape? He made the ranger cry and he escaped through his tear. Like, damn.
One thing that was both interesting and also annoying at the same time about Ryuki in general, but I kind of liked it. You know, in the opening scene of the show, there's like fake riders, because like they show people holding cards, but their faces are censored. It's just like, it's to show off like, oh, anyone could be a rider, and you don't know how many there are and who could be next and that sort of thing. But even after you know who all of the riders in the show are, you look at those ones they show in the opening, and they're not any of the actual riders. They were fake outs.
Well, no, it's not a fake out. It's to lead to the mystery of, we don't know who the next rider is going to be.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. It could be you, it could be me. It's like how Kamen Rider Verde in this special acknowledged. Deep down inside, everyone's a rider.
Yeah, by the way, Verde, the chameleon rider, is only in this special. He's not in the series or the movie.
Yeah. So, and if you're wondering why Tiger and Emperor's actors were not in this special,
I love it. The last third, they just like, all right, throw the rest of them all in. I don't care. Throw them all in.
it's because they didn't make their debut appearance in the show yet.
Oh, so this was some people's first look at them?
Yeah.
Like,
Who the fuck is that?
The biggest thing that pissed me off the most was like Raya gets like killed off at some point in the special.
Oh yeah.
And then like in the finale we get like the other like 12 riders on screen at the same time, and I'm like, You couldn't have waited to just kill Raya right here.
No, Tezuka was meaningful. It had to be a death on screen.
No, I know, but I wanted to at least have a shot of all 13 riders on screen at the same time.
That's what the wallpaper's for that I've got on the screen right now.
Actually, that is the thing. This is the only Kamen Rider Ryuki special, or like anything, that has all 13 riders in it.
Yeah. That's why it's called 13 Riders.
Yeah, the show didn't have all 13 riders.
Yeah.
The movie didn't.
Bom and Ryuga were only in the movie.
What about the Rider Time special, like the Zio ones?
Bom wasn't in it.
What? I swear she was.
Nope. Her actress was pregnant at the time, so Bom was replaced by Abyss.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which you know what? Congrats. They did not want to recast her.
Yeah.
In which I looked into it. She had a few lines in this special. I'm like, okay, is that like someone voiceover? Nope, that is the original Bom actress. So I guess
even though she doesn't appear out of suit.
Yeah. So I'm guessing because the movie came out before this, so I'm probably thinking like
they recorded this while they had her.
Yeah, they recorded this while they had her. Like they probably had this in mind of like, hey, we're doing this special. It's gonna have everyone.
So the basic plot of this microcosm of the entire show is Shinji rediscovers the Rider War it's like an alternate timeline. Except this time, unlike in the show, we actually get to see who the previous Ryuki was, or as I call him, Priyuki.
Or as I like to call him. Oh, you want to know the funniest thing about it? He's red, and he's based on a dragon.
Uh-huh.
Guess who they got as his actor?
Uh-huh.
Ranger from Die Ranger.
That's perfect.
Wow.
And his name is Sakakibara.
Yeah.
I like Kamen Rider Blanky.
Blank Ryuki.
Yeah, we don't see him because at this point Ryuki is already contracted to drag Rider.
I love Blank Ryuki.
I like Blank Oja.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but fucking love it.
I think it would have been cool to see a blank version of every rider, just to see what.
Yes, I'd like to see those.
Like even just as a drawing, I wouldn't mind seeing what they look like.
Yeah, like just the concept arts.
Yeah.
It just look at that. It's so plain. I love it though.
Just like the person you know.
It's why I like Deno platforms so much. It's why I like Kuga growing forms so much, because like they just have nothing awesome to show for them, and I don't know why.
It's because you like gray.
Not even that. No, I've always kind of been like that with like rider suits. I just like them being plain and simple. That's why I love Build Hazard so much, because it's an all black suit, and then like the eyes are what really, makes the suit pop.
So yeah, the idea is that Mirror World is supported by the existence of this fucking core mirror.
That was so stupid. Stupid.
It's not stupid.
It
sort of makes sense. Remember, Kanzaki made up this entire reality.
Yeah. I like that we actually got to see one of the drawings turn into the monsters.
It started to hint at, like, wait, is this how these things are made?
Yeah. How do the hot dogs get made?
Hot dogs.
The carbuncle ate itself.
Do any of you know what hot dogs are made out of?
The one thing that I thought was kind of a letdown in this show was Kitaoka was way more of an asshole in this than he is in the show. In the show, he's actually a nice guy.
Oh, Zolba, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird that, because throughout this special, whatever, like that, like Shinji keeps like finding all the other riders, and I'm like, what? Are they like drawn to each other?
No. Sakakibara gave him a list of where they all were.
Oh,
that was that paper he gave him.
Yeah, he gave him a name of all.
Here's the names and addresses of every other Kamen Rider that I somehow have. Go find them.
Well,
for reasons?
Chances are he probably knew all of them.
Like, I don't know.
But I like once he got to Scissors, he's just like, yeah, go ahead, laugh at me, I don't fucking care, whatever. And like the cops, Scissors just like, oh no, I actually want to ally with you. And then after, obviously he's not. He's full of shit.
I was lying.
I thought you were going to help me. I lied. But just, I sort of like how this special really showcases how Shinji is meant to be like,
a naive.
Yeah, just how he is sort of the kid of the group.
Yeah.
Well, figuratively.
Guys, stop fighting!
Lane,
stop it!
Lane, he's Moon from Cobra Kai.
Oh my god, he is.
Come on, guys, can't we just get along? As the entire school's just going into a giant karate fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
But so we get to meet Kamen Rider Verde in the special, who's not in any other thing before.
He's Japanese American.
Yeah, and he's like a rich CEO dude.
Yeah, it's like
The fucking talking with the microphones in the boardroom. That was so stupid and
I
not
love it. I'm like,
necessary.
isn't being a Kamen Rider supposed to be a secret? You're in a fucking microphoned up
But
boardroom.
like, I like that he like locks them into this boardroom and his bodyguards leave, and then like Shinji like gets up because he's like riled up to like talk to him, and like the guards come back into the room, and he's like, okay, sit down, I'm sorry.
But just like I love that, but like I didn't catch his name.
I don't think they said it.
No, they did say
They
it.
said the name of his company, but I don't know if that's his name.
I think it is.
You can look up the name.
Yeah, I'll quickly look up his name. But I just loved how like he's chasing him on his little moped bike thing that he has, and just
I'm a Kamen Rider! I'm a Kamen Rider! Please pull over so I can shoot him.
oh my god, it's Takamizawa.
Takamizawa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, but you have your own group. You know, Takamizawa. Really? I obtained this. It's not something that I got. I want power.
I want more!
Or rather, he wants his own thing. Because chances are this is probably like his family company. Like, you know, he was just next in line.
He was never very clear what wish he was fighting for. He was just a greedy asshole, it seemed.
Oh, right. That's the other big thing. Last man standing in this war gets a wish.
Yeah, and Knight's wish was to save his dying girlfriend.
Harry.
Who Raya apparently was in love with before Ren, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of out of nowhere.
You gotta sort of change up the story a bit.
I was gonna say, I don't remember that being in the original.
Yeah.
I guess I couldn't come up with a good enough motivation for him aside from that.
Which one?
I did think it was really cute though when Shinji like he exits the mirror world and like Ren and Yui are there, and Ren's just like, he's like, give me your deck, like I don't want you getting involved in this shit, and even Yui's just like, yeah, no, you don't want to get involved in this shit, kid.
Yeah, she was a lot more hard of a character as well than compared to the show. She's like, yeah, fucking no, hand it over and get fucked.
You don't want in this, but I do want.
You don't want to be a protagonist.
But I do. You think I want to go back there with my 3 coworkers? One of which tried to strip?
Also, as soon as Shinji went to go visit fucking Asakura, I was just like, oh, that's not gonna end well.
Always angry Asakura.
I love that. Who's the first person he goes to? The psycho.
The fucking criminal.
The murderer.
And I honestly love that in the show, the only reason he was picked was because of Kanzaki. Like Kanzaki was just like,
yeah, he'll kill people.
it's like, no one's killing each other. You know what? I'm gonna break out a murderer.
He's the equivalent of fucking Sakura Ogami from Danganronpa.
Just
if no one starts killing each other, you do that.
why'd you free me? I need to go kill some people.
On it.
I'm vexed.
And honestly, yeah, Oja does have the highest kill count in Ryu.
Oh yeah, he murders.
He killed Guy. He killed Raya.
Hell, in the original series, like Scissors gets killed by his own contract monster, but then in this special, fucking Oja kills him.
Oh yeah.
Bye, Scissors. Thanks for nothing.
Then when Shinji went to go visit,
Asakura plays rock.
I like that Shinji finds a guy at a arcade because like he's
and they're
a gamer
playing Soul Calibur.
He's playing Soul Calibur 1. And I was like, huh.
Yeah, that's Nightmare.
Oh
yeah, but like I forgot that Guy's character he thought this Rider War was like all a game.
Well,
he knew it was real, but he just like
he thought of it as a game.
Yeah,
he's like.
He was taking it seriously, but he was just being an asshole about it.
And then fucking Oja proceeded to murder him, and then he was like, then he got fucking terrified.
Except in this special, instead of getting murdered by Oja, he just got fucking nom-nommed by Big Spider Monster.
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up to see.
Oh yeah, you actually got to watch him get devoured. That was a little much. I think my favorite scene in this whole thing is when we go back to Ore Journal, and Shinji's just fucking in a soccer outfit, and he fucking kicks the ball into his boss's face.
I'm not gonna lie, I was watching that and I literally almost closed the video. I was like, I don't want to deal with this shit, man. And then we get the earlier scene where like we get like the chick at the computer, and like she's like touching the computer, and she's like,
Yeah, and
and
then
they
like
start
open the,
tickling it, and then he starts like opening the panel to the computer, and she starts taking her clothes off, and it's like, whoa. Then you just hear the Apple startup sound, and I'm just like, ah.
This is a screenshot that I've had ever since I first watched Ryuki.
wow.
He was cleaning his desk, and he just
Used his middle finger.
yeah, he used his middle finger. He's like, yeah. I'm like, it's literally titled Daisuke flipping the bird.
Wow.
I do remember the Ori journal, like, people were a fun cast of characters.
Yeah, I love that, like, Shinji's sleeping under the desk, and he, like, the boss manipulates his dreams, and just like, here's your Gyudon, bitch!
Oh, thank Hey. Stop.
Also, can we just quickly mention how both Ryuki and Knight, both as Shinji, pull the survive power up out of his ass.
That's what I'm saying. The cards come out random. But it was
Sweet, I drew my ace monster!
But it was also because shocking. So this aired on a Thursday.
Okay.
So this aired prime time.
Oh.
And the Saturday coming up where the next episode aired
What, Survive?
was Ryuki Survive's debut episode.
So they spoiled their own debut?
Well, I mean, like summer movies used to spoil the final forms.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
Yes.
So episode final, we got a glimpse of Ryuki Survive. Then this happened, and then it showed up in the show.
Wow.
It'll always bother me that Ryuki and Knight's, like, admin decks aren't red and blue.
Yeah.
Oh, when they go Survive?
Only when they're in Survive.
Yeah, well, where every other Ryuki rider, they have colored decks.
That just means they don't have Survive forms.
Yeah. I mean, Raya was they did make concept art for Zelda and Raya for.
Yeah, we've seen those.
Uh,
So I will say, Verde's fucking final event was kind of awesome.
oh, freaking
His visor, whereas everyone else's is like a weapon, his visor is just a slot in his fucking knee. He like pulls a cord up because Chameleon Tongue attaches the card to it and just whoop, lets it go back down.
final event.
And his final event, he has the fucking monster who's just been hiding the whole time appear, use his tongue to attach to Verde's feet, and it was kind of reminiscent of Saga, even though I know Saga was after.
Yeah.
And he like swings into his target, grabs him, flips him through the air, does a fucking suplex, and smashes them into the ground. Kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Also, Kamen Rider Raya in this special got to be Nigo's actor in Kamen Rider the First.
Cool.
And he was Ultraman Agul.
Yeah, and before this, he was Ultraman Agul.
Neat.
So yeah, Verde goes around telling, like, he tells Guy, he tells Zolda, and he tries to convince Ren. You can tell how many riders I actually remember their names for.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, we need to team up so we can kill this weak-ass little boy.
Why? We don't like him. And it's just like, this special, okay,
And remember, kill Shinji.
I think that's my only problem with this special. It's just, in the show, they're more like, you know, different levels of asshole.
Yeah.
But in this special, they sort of made everyone else like
The same kind of asshole.
same kind of asshole.
I mean, when you have to condense a 50-episode series into an hour, some sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah, so it's...
But it's also a perfect example of why the plot of the show is kind of hollow.
Well, like one of the riders even made like a mention because they were like fighting a mirror monster, and like one of them was just like, he's like, no, us riders, we're the enemy.
Forget
Like,
the
don't worry about them,
monsters, the
fight us.
riders are the real foes, which is
Yeah.
kind of true.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
they predicted Kamen Rider 10 years into the future. No
I
one
still-
cares
I
about the
still-
monsters anymore. It's just Rider versus Rider now.
I still think the best use of Ryuki was in Decade when it was just like a trial system, and it's like, yeah, your lawyer fights for you.
Trial by rider.
I need to
It's-
rewatch the Ryuki stuff in Decade.
It was good, man. It was good shit.
Yeah.
And as the huge lover of Ryuki, I've never seen Dragon Knight all the way through.
I actually think it's much better than Ryuki. Even though the first 3 episodes are kind of a rough start, it gets so much better. They actually make Ryuga and Fum very plot relevant.
That show won Emmy.
Just some of the names for them are so stupid.
Yeah, the names are kind of dumb and generic.
Yeah, like the
Dragon Knight, Wing Knight,
friggin'
Torque.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Axe, Spear.
Oh right,
Thrust.
Tiger got changed to Axe. It's
Yeah.
just like he's already a tiger. Yeah, but he's got an axe now. Oh, what? Next you're gonna tell me he's gonna be Bruce Lee.
At least Fom's name was good. It was Siren.
Yeah.
Siren's a good name.
I don't know. It's a fucking swan. Yeah, Ojo was Strike. They were also generic.
Yeah, kid show. What do you expect?
But I do recommend you watch it.
I do have it saved because recently someone ripped the Blu-ray releases from Japan.
Yeah.
Which even the actors from that show were like, watch it.
Yeah.
But it's not official. We've been trying. No one wants it.
Yeah. So all the riders get in and fight each other. Eventually, Odin gets his hands on Ryuki and crushes the deck.
Which I think that's fair. Odin is sort of like he's sort of like Kaiba Akihiko.
Yeah.
Where he's like he's.
Although they kind of downplay his importance, except for that one moment, he's just also there. But yeah, he crushes the Ryuki deck, and then as Ren gets fucking final vented by Verde, he hands his deck to Shinji, and Shinji henshins into Kamen Rider Knight. That's something that's new.
Yep.
Yeah, and he did his henshin pose and everything, and I was like, yeah.
And even pulls out the survive card again.
I did like it in an earlier scene though, where they go to fight in the mirror world, and so you see Shinji, he notices the other two have poses, so he's like, and then he just does.
He just comes up with his own on the spot.
I was like, that's cute.
Yeah.
I think Tiger though had. Even though he didn't do it in this special, I think he has the most unique one of them all.
Yeah,
because he uses both of his hands.
Yeah,
I like Oja's because he kind of does the quick hand thing, like a cobra.
I think my favorite is Zolda.
And then in Verde's he does a finger snap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Verde Henshin.
Yeah. So yeah, Shinji fights as Kamen Rider Knight. And then as he destroys the spider monster and charges towards the core mirror, that is where the special, breaks into two different endings.
Actually, it's at the 37-minute mark where they change it.
I know, but the two endings both have the exact same footage for half of them.
So, yeah. So, this since this was a special that aired prime time, it was through phones where you could vote which ending you wanted to see. There's the main ending that did get voted for, which it's the ending that is in the special where
he continues fighting.
Where Shinji stops the bike and he's surrounded by all the other riders in night form, in survive form, with the kick-ass music playing, swearing that he doesn't know why Ren was fighting for, but he'll keep fighting no matter what.
And it literally ends with him fighting them. There's no resolution. We don't find out who wins. We don't find out he doesn't find out what the point was. It just ends with him fighting.
I love it.
I like the other one, actually.
There's no clear answer, but I would rather have no clear answer than a definitive answer.
Oh, so the end of that fight in season 2 of Amazons.
This might be a little storious of me, but I like my stories to have endings.
Well, like Kenzaki said, though, this is just an alternate reality.
I know.
I liked the other ending where Shinji's walking and he thinks everything's back to normal, and then he hears Kanzaki in his head and he sees the deck in his hand and he goes insane.
So the alternate ending, the one that didn't get voted on, but we got to see in this special release anyways, he proceeds as planned, smashes the core mirror, and then just like in the show, fucking time loop. He thinks that life has gone back to normal, but then he sees all the other riders in the mirror, and the deck appears in his hand, and he just lets out a fucking scream.
The war will never...
Psych! Time loop!
Yeah, no, he loses, and he just can't believe that he has to start this all over again.
I will say, that was kind of a more, I wouldn't say satisfying ending, but it was a more entertaining one.
Yeah, because, what if that's just...
The fight never ends.
Yeah, what if that's just the fate for this world, is that, just the Rider War is never ending. It's just endless.
It I would consider that a close approximation to an ending to the story, because it's like, there is no ending. Whereas with the other one, it's just like, he kept fighting and we just didn't see what happened.
You know, if Zeo was actually planned out, like, you know, like a good show, the anniversary, imagine that, like, Shinji shows up, it's like, oh, you're Kamen Rider Ryuki. I was. Turns into Night Survive.
Yeah.
It's just, what happened? I've been fighting for, like, the last 15 years.
I've been night fighting.
Yeah. But no, let's do the Ryuga thing, because...
And then the other ending is just cue that shot of Mr. Burns. Remember, you're here forever.
It's pretty much...
I like, as cool as Ryuga is, I kind of wish we had a more original rider than, like, oh, it's evil Ryuki.
Yeah.
Because him popping up in the 13 Riders special, I was just kind of like...
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Literally half the riders are just thrown in all at the last third. Just like, throw them all in just so we can say that they're all here.
Everyone remembers them from the movie?
Everybody fight, it's Battle Royale!
Still bugged me that Riot died so fucking early in it. It's like, no, have all 13 of them fighting at the same time. It'd be so cool.
Scissors wasn't there either, Lane, so you can't complain.
Oh, that's true. Scissors wasn't there either. Huh.
Yeah, Oja played Rock.
God damn it.
But
Fuck.
like how you were just mentioning how like the war never the war never ends. Rider Time Ryuki, freaking how many years after Ryuki came out, they did a 3-part like series featuring most of the cast.
Yeah.
Which even Oja brings up to them of like, what if this is just like a joke, like just an endless cycle?
Yep.
Like no matter what we do, it's just gonna keep happening.
I just love they were eating steak and then just one of them gets stabbed.
Yep.
And then they proceed to bang afterwards.
Stakes are high.
Yeah, and then, but I will say out of that special, the most satisfying thing was seeing actually like a proper Odin henshin. Like that was
the most satisfying thing was all the gay sex.
That too. I love sex.
I love sex.
Finish me.
But chances are,
but yes, Odin henshin, good.
But chances are Shinji probably wouldn't have survived that attack.
God no.
Because
no.
What happened when he was charging at them? Final vental.
Yeah, that fight in the first ending ends with everyone else charging their final vents at him. Man's not getting out of that.
Especially if Zolda's using his, because his is disgustingly broken.
It's a fucking salvo and a half of missiles.
That's why Zolda's my favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite out of that show too.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said earlier, in the show, he's actually a much nicer character.
Yeah, and he has Goro who played the juice bar owner in Gaim, and yeah, he's great.
And he was that one dude in Kabuto.
Yep. Mishima.
Mishima, yeah.
Yeah, he was the guy that was like, "Give me that. I'll show you how to be the bee."
Catches the bee sector.
Remember, the bee yourself.
The bee yourself.
And like he just finishes kicking ass. That's how you use it. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. But yeah, like at the end of both of the endings, Kanzaki is like, "Oh, but is this a tragedy? But this is just one possibility. Maybe the other ending has answers." Psych, neither of them do.
Nope.
Kanzaki's missing a few shards of glass in his body. I'm saying.
I will say we did get a nice clear shot of Knight seeing like the secret eyes he has behind his helmet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the blue eyes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love he has that.
Yep.
I cannot wait for Tamashii Nations to be like renewal Ryuki riders.
They need to do a renewal Knight figure, and it needs to have light up eyes.
No, it comes with a swappable head with like visible eyes.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
For me, like the special was okay. It was an interesting take on like Ryuki, and I will say like overall, like especially like in my age now, like Ryuki is a great concept. It's great. Like the rider designs are fucking awesome. The characters are actually all unique to them to themselves, and it's cool. Like it's a cool concept. It's just I think it's just like this show was made like too early.
Well, what I can say is, if you don't want to watch all of Kamen Rider Ryuki, this special is a worthwhile substitute. If you want to watch an hour instead of 50 episodes, it's the same effect.
Yeah.
You know me, I just Go watch Ryuki. I love I love this show to death.
Yeah.
He does.
Many deaths.
Like you know, a lot of people bitch and complain about Shinji, but it's like, you guys do understand the whole like he's like, oh, he's not cool enough. That's the point.
Get it, Shinji, get in the mirror roll.
You know what? And I'm gonna say, in the past, I've given Shinji a lot of fucking like backlash and stuff like that. But like, Gar's right. He's the underdog, and like that's what kind of makes him an interesting character, is because everyone else knows what they're doing. He doesn't.
He's the voice of reason. He's like, there's no need to fight. Fuck you. No, there is a reason to fight.
Let's all get along.
Riders aren't supposed to fight. Not like this.
Actually, yes, like this.
But hell,
Like this.
the episode that airs after this special is when Shinji comes to the realization to Ren, hey man, there's not really a lot of us left. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to fight each other.
So we'll have to fight each other.
And that's when he pulls
Which
out
is a Yu-Gi-Oh song.
Yeah. And that's when he pulls out the survive card, because he's like, I'm not joking around anymore. It's you and me. Then Tiger shows up. Then the alternative stuff shows up. Then Emperor shows up, which I feel sorry for him, because he's sort of like the voice of reason, but you know,
Emperor was sad, man.
Oh, such a tragic death, man.
Yep. Don't say anything else. Now people will be compelled to watch the show.
Yeah. I'll just say this: he was my favorite, like, one-shot rider for like the longest time.
He's the brown one.
He's the brown one that has 3 mirror
His
monsters.
final event is literally he just summons a bunch more gazelle monsters.
I was gonna say, he has like 12.
acrobats and shit. Yeah.
A bunch of gazelles.
Yeah, Ryuki, I honestly love it, and I think I've just gotten to the point where I like it more when I find out who's writing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she wrote Tokyuja, she wrote Shikenja, Gingaman, Time Ranger. This was her first like full-on writer work.
Hell, like Ryuki is very popular in Japan because like decades proof of it, because the writer decade transformed into most was Ryuki. They made an original Ryuki writer for that show.
It feels like when they were briefing her on how to write the show, she was like, alright, so what's Kamen Rider like compared to, Sentai and everything else? Well, it's very similar, except usually the writers fight each other more than the monsters. And she went, okay, and just leaned the fuck into that.
I'm on it.
Kamen Rider Highlander? I can do that.
That's basically what it is.
There can be only one.
Hey,
Oh my God.
Think of it. There is a church that Kenzaki
The holy ground.
is holy ground where no one can fight each other there. It's like, I want you all to meet up here. All right, what is it? So there's only 5 of you left. Yeah, and go nuts.
Does that mean Kanzaki is Christopher Lambert?
Yeah.
You cannot ride, McLeod.
Mortal men and women fighting for the fate of the earth.
Ryuki is the only rider series with no monster of the week. No, there are.
Oh my God.
They have monsters.
There are a ton of mirror monsters.
Oh yeah.
Like, I follow someone on Instagram called Kamen Rider Scans, in which he uploads like high quality old press photos for like older Heisei stuff. I forgot about a ton of these Ryuki mirror monsters.
It's not that they don't have monsters, and more like none of them are like the monster of the week. There's just a bunch of different kinds of monsters that exist, and they just attack whenever they want. And it's no like this episode is this monster. You know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah, legit, like that spider monster we saw in the special, that could have been a contract monster for a rider.
Yeah, it's basically Kamen Rider Pokemon. They all come in with their decks, and they just catch one monster, and then that's their contract monster. It's like a Nuzlocke.
Unless you're Oja, then you're the asshole. But,
yeah, then you're the one who just hoards them all for yourself.
Another contract card. It's like,
yeah,
you.
Oja hacked Pokeballs.
So if this show went on longer and bigger, it could have had more than just 13 riders.
If
like,
it were,
There's technically 15.
Because like Hibiki,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Hibiki, we only see like 10 of them, but
there's over
apparently
100.
there's like over 100 of them.
Or more to see.
Yeah.
To be an Oni master is your destiny.
All right. Well,
Sanki, Todoroki.
before we close the episode, Emily couldn't be here with us this week, but she did give us a paste bin of some notes that she made from the stuff she watched. So I'm gonna quickly run through this and see if what notes she made that we might have missed. So for Saber, big weird rice ball that is very salty. Would probably really enjoy it with random patches of nori.
I do like salty rice, personally.
Tassel, no, his blood is pink. I didn't even notice, so it's just like Danganronpa. I'm sorry I gave you the power to be terrible! Let's see. May is on the way! His ass came into the world without purpose, except eating ramen.
And take cool Twitter photos.
Yeah. Then for Zenkaiger, yeah, she notes that they're playing Shiritori, which is the word game. He throws a rose and not a bomb. My brother is a simp! Ah! Then Flint falls for Majine. This is a kid show!
Stacy is peeping.
Kaito falls in love with a Sunday. I don't blame him. The Sunday belts!
Weird marriage. Yeah, Emily wouldn't get the Jetman stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess she didn't. I mean, I wouldn't have noticed if the community hadn't picked up on it.
Oh, I'm right here. I would have told you.
I mean, you did.
I did.
Yeah. You're 3-timing us. Yeah, that was good. And yeah, I guess you didn't watch the Ryuki stuff. But yeah. Alright. Fun notes. Very, very nice. And that is Castranger.
Yeah.
So, next time for Castranger, we'll be leaving the mirror world.
Kikai, Radio Sentai Castranger. Oh yeah, baby! It's Fies time!
Yep.
Ooh.
We'll be...
Open your eyes for next week's episode.
Pretty much, we'll be opening our eyes for episodes 1 and 2 of Kamen Rider Fies.
Yeah.
Fies? You mean Kiba?
Yeah.
It's more about Kiba than Fies.
Oh God, no! God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. I didn't mention the joke I wanted to mention. That's going to be the thumbnail. Just Verde has that one moment where he's like, everyone's a Kamen Rider deep down, and my brain goes, "We're all Kamen Riders! Yay!"
I love how he freaking chucks the fucking mic and you hear it.
Yep.
Just,
Yep.
Dude, that's a mic. That's broken now.
Well, he's a CEO. He can afford a new mic.
Yeah, but that's still an asshole move.
Well, he's an asshole. He's he's about to murder this man.
We're all assholes. No.
I will vent you.
No. I can't believe I'm surrounded by assholes. Keep fighting assholes.
Kamen Riders, I will vent you.
Keep venting, assholes. Yo.
Who's he? He's an asshole, Shinji. Knight asshole. Who's he?
He's a rider.
Zola, sir.
He's a rider. Kamen Rider Zola. Oh, I love that. Alright, well, thank you all once again for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, hitting the bell, being awesome, all that good shit.
Yep.
As usual, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find our Facebook page where I post thumbnails, our Twitter account, our Patreon where you can pledge to us to help us make the show better, our Discord server where you can chat with awesome fans and join in listening to our live recordings Friday evenings, and our merch store where you can buy shirts and office supplies and all kinds of shit with our emblems.
Can I buy a towel with our emblem?
I don't know. You'll have to check. If not, I could probably look into that somewhere else.
Ooh, towels.
If you want to wipe your ass out of the shower with our emblems, we can make that happen.
Wipe my ass with myself.
I'm surprised no one... Because, we know that we have haters. I'm surprised no one has ever bought all of our, bought a ton of our merch. Just
to burn it?
Yeah, just to burn it.
No, we don't. The people don't hate us that much.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
I'm gonna get real for a moment, but I just don't know what else I can do to help grow our audience more. Because like we've been at the same amount of subs for like a long ass time at this point, and
Which I feel like a lot of them are bots.
I have a suspicion. But like, if there, for anyone out there who genuinely enjoys our show, I apologize for sounding like a shilly asshole, but like, help spread the word. If you know any other Toku fans, tell them to come listen to us. Like,
yeah, come on.
I love doing this show, but it would be nice to see a little bit more return on investment. You know what I mean? Not monetarily. I just want to know people are listening.
Well,
Maybe,
we have our lovely fans here.
maybe we
Oh
just
yeah,
need
I'm not
to
saying we don't have fans.
Maybe we just need to expand on some stuff.
Yeah. Well, if anyone has post in the comment if you have ideas on what you'd like to hear from us. Tell us. Like, I'm sure we have ideas we could be doing, but if there's something specific you'd want to hear from us, let us know.
Are you tired of hearing us talk about Rider and Sentai? We'll stop if you ask us.
A lot of people want us to talk about bringing Sentai gear.
Yeah, we do Simple Gear every now and then, and shows are
I
going
mean,
on
we're gonna
hiatus
have
soon, aren't they?
We're gonna have a 3-week break or whatever like that in the Olympics.
Yeah,
So
we do more Simple Gear.
More Sentai gear. Maybe we'll check out the new Pretty Gear.
Yeah, I'm sure Emily would be happy.
Yeah.
I see all the comments about Precure. Trust me, I know it's not something that I personally super enjoy a lot, but we will make time for that.
I'm just happy that Lane and I were able to get some people into Ultraman.
Yeah.
So now I can end the show knowing that I helped.
All right, here's the deal. We'll talk about Precure and Symphogear during the break if you bring us more viewers.
yes, do that.
I'm handshaking with you, Internet. All right, that's all for now. Thank you again, and we will see you next week.
Well,
Bye.
You have to open your eyes for next spies to see us next week.
Be smart. True life is your start.